Hey guys, this is How to Pray 102, and this video is designed for our high school students who may be in this area of their life where they're going, I don't know how to pray, or I've tried praying before, but I'm not that good at it, or I get so distracted when I pray, I don't know how to focus. I want to give you a few helpful tips and exercises that you can do in your daily prayer life. You see, it's so important to have a good daily prayer life. There's this verse that I love in James that talks about how as we continue to draw closer to God, God continues to draw closer to us. So it's important to have a daily moment of prayer, even if it's just a small one where we're saying, God, today's going to be crazy and I need you with me. Even that short little prayer can be a moment where we're surrendering a portion of our day to God, and that is so important. The first tip I want to give y'all is something that I struggled with a lot in my life, and that's getting distracted while trying to meditate, while trying to focus on prayer. You see, I had a friend that I was telling this to, and he told me that he used to get distracted in prayer a lot, but then one day he just changed his perspective, and he said, you know, sometimes when I'm praying, I get really distracted, but what if that is God trying to get me to pray for those things? What about when I'm in prayer and I'm really stressed about homework? Instead of just going, well, I'm stressed about homework, I need to go do my homework, we take a minute and we say, you know what, I'm going to go do my homework, but before I do that, I'm going to pray about how that stress is affecting my life. You know, when we're praying and maybe a friend keeps coming into our head, instead of going like, I need to get focused, I'm such a bad prayer, I can't focus, Lord, you're so disappointed with me. Instead of going through all that, instead saying, maybe God is trying to get me to pray for that person. And then we pray for that person. We don't have to get down on ourselves just because we get distracted, but maybe it's God trying to get us to focus on the things He wants us to pray for. That's pretty cool, right? So let's not get down on ourselves, but let's change our perspective maybe instead of us getting distracted, that we can focus ourselves better if we let our minds run a little bit and then we pray for those things that seem to be distracting us. So that's our first tip I want to give you. And then the second thing I want to give you is that I love to do activities when I pray. There's some people that do prayer journals. There's some people that like to paint as they're meditating and praying. One of the things I love to do that I've shown at a Holy Ground before is when I feel really stressed out, when I get really angry, when I have anxiety, whatever it is, when I'm afraid, one of the things I love to do is clench my fists, not hard enough that like it hurts me or anything, but I like to clench my fists and I think about those things and I pray for them and I say, Lord, come help me. Lord, come help me. Even though I am broken, even though I have these struggles in my life, Lord, you continue to love me. Lord, come help me in this moment. And then when I'm ready to let those things go, I open up my palms. And it's that sign to me of like I can build things up between me and God, but God continues to knock them down, right? God continues to love me regardless. And so I let those things go. And that just works for me. There's a lot of different prayer exercises and activities that you can do in your daily prayer life. So I encourage you to look them up. If you need help finding some, I can always help you out. So feel free to shoot me a direct message or anything and I can help you out. So I hope that you'll consider these things, and tonight try some of these things in your prayer time. Don't get down on yourself for getting distracted, but instead ask God, where do you want me to pray? What are you calling me to pray for? So I encourage you to try this every single day. Just make a moment. Make one small moment to pray.